we're gonna start getting
Well,
going here, cause
welcome everybody.
yeah, welcome, people. Hey, it's a good day.
It
Like
is a
my
good
wife
day.
said, just every day I wake up, it's a good day.
It's a good day.
It's a good
It's a
day.
good day.
Every day I open my eyes and say, "Ow, I'm still here." It's it's a shame that you have to reach a certain age level and everything to realize that a statement becomes very important and everything and stuff to you.
Day by
So
day, bro.
day by day, man, I had some topics here, man, that I wanted to
Shoot through
talk
'em, bro.
about. Hey, first of all, I always probably want to think we need to start out because of the election coming up. Speak about Kamala and her candidacy, and we got a lot of stuff going on. Do you realize that it seems like every day, man, there is another political group that is
Yeah.
supporting her popping up
Yep.
every day, man.
Every day.
Uh, every day, man. And I'm getting text messages and stuff to join these groups and everything. And the ironic part about it is that just on the weekend, Michael Steele and Simone has a morning show on MSNBC. And as I was writing this thing up and everything, they had this guy on from Kamala's campaign, and he was one of the people who was in charge of their voter outreach. And man, those numbers and the amount of volunteers and stuff that have came on since her campaign and stuff has happened, the amount of money they have raised, man, is like astronomical. And he says that they pointed out that those battleground states that we are looking at and stuff now, the amount of people and stuff in those states and stuff and everything that have came forth and everything, and how they are using them to get out there to energize people about her campaign. It is just, man, those numbers are
She
astronomical.
up to about 200,000 volunteers, aren't she?
Oh man, she's got more than that now. They're looking
Really?
at upwards of 250,000 now, and then they're looking at getting it even higher. He's saying that they want at least a 500,000 of them out there volunteers, which you said that may not be enough. But the problem comes in is what to do with these people when they come into these campaign offices. So I think they have taken a page out of Barack Obama's book and everything that you open these offices up, the people are going to come. You keep on opening offices up, the people are coming. And what they're doing is that they're using these offices and stuff as like satellite offices that reach out to the community, getting people in the community and stuff to start having group meetings and stuff where they reach out to people in the community and they go around and they knock on doors with people in their community, in their district and everything. And so he's saying that the more the merrier because they're willing to bring them all on and they got plenty of work for them to do. And the ironic part about that whole thing that he had mentioned, and Michael Steele did too, is that the Republicans aren't, they're not opening up any offices and stuff, any new offices. And they were saying that in Las Vegas, that the Republicans and stuff, I guess, closed down one of their offices there in Las Vegas. And he left a vacuum for Harris's people because they opened up an office and stuff, and some of the people and stuff that were working with the Republicans and stuff are coming over now and working with the Harris campaign. So they're, things are looking up for him, looking up for her also. So anyway, that was one of my points that I wanted to talk about how her campaign is coming on, and she's got something else that's coming up, man, next week.
What she got going now?
Remember what I said the last show that I did? I stuck my neck out and said that a vice presidential candidate was going to be the governor of Pennsylvania. And last night, man, yesterday, man, I looked at that stuff and I said, "Oh crap! I think maybe I did something wrong because a lot of people out there, Ted, are man, they are down on Josh, man. They're pulling him down." And the reason why they're doing it is because the man's a Jew.
That's right. That's right.
The man is Jewish. And I said, "Oh man, maybe I done screwed up here. I done did something wrong. I made the wrong pick in my mind." But then today, I'm looking at again the Michael Steele and Simone show, and as they were talking about what's going on down there in the Harris campaign and the liability and stuff that some of those picks and stuff that she has to make came forth. And the fact that this is going to be a very, very unusual pick. If she does pick him, you're going to have a black president and a Jewish vice president. How do you marry that together? How do you marry?
I don't know. You know
How
about
you
politics. I don't.
how do you marry a Jewish person and a black woman together in a political campaign? And it dawned on me all of a sudden, bam, a light came off. It's going to be easier for her to marry him than the rest of those candidates and stuff out there that she is trying to pick. And matter of fact, I guess today and tomorrow and stuff, she's interviewing all of them. All of them are sitting down individually with her, and she's talking with them individually and stuff about being her candidate and how they're going to be partners together. And as I look at Josh, I'm saying to myself, yes, there are some folks on the left, including a huge Palestinian community and stuff that is dead set against him. They are radicalized against him.
Yeah, and they said that if the Democrats don't get 60%, now I don't know how true this is. I'm going by one of the radio talk shows I heard this morning saying that if they don't get 6% of the Palestinian vote in Michigan, they're going to lose.
Well, that they can probably offset that with winning the state of Pennsylvania, because Pennsylvania has a few more electoral college votes and stuff than Michigan and stuff does. So if they do lose Michigan, they still got Pennsylvania that they can rely upon to maybe help them to get through. But that light bulb, ding-a-ling. What better candidate to bring into her administration, who is the vice president? And he's Jewish. And you turn a liability into an asset. How do you do that? Her thing, if I'm her and if I can play this right and everything, and I don't know if they're gonna listen to me or they listen to themselves, listen to the tea leaves and everything, but it'd be a damn good pick. Because him being Jewish and the vice president has an inside track into Israel.
Yeah.
He has an inside track to Israel to be able to go over there once they are elected and deal with their problem, because they can't look at him and denigrate him and say, well, they got some knucklehead, some radicalized Democrat trying to come out here and tell us what the hell to do. This man is known there in Israel. He can get into that daggone thing and whatever's going on, be able to stop it. And the possibility and stuff of negotiating a peace agreement between the Palestinians and the Jewish state.
Well,
And if they play it that way, I think you're going to appease those Palestinians and stuff and everything, because I know that the first thing he's going to do, he's going to address the Palestinian community and what's going on and stuff with them. And if Kamala is smart at all, when she's sitting down with him and everything, she's going to ask him that question: what can you do to eliminate this and bring forth a lasting peace in the Middle East between the Palestinians and the Jewish people? And if he can come forth with an answer, a positive answer to do what, he can go out while he's campaigning and stuff and everything and touch upon that issue between the Jews and the Palestinians, it'll be a godsend for her campaign.
well, I'm gonna make a
Nobody,
prediction.
huh? Go ahead.
I'm gonna make a prediction. If he is the nominee for VP, he has to have insight on BeBe, meaning that he's either gonna have to get rid of BeBe, because they already want to get rid of him anyway in Israel, or he's gonna have to be able to negotiate with BeBe. Those are only two things
I
that
don't
he
think
can
he,
do.
yeah, I don't think he's gonna be able to negotiate with BeBe. BeBe's hard headed. He's too fucking hard headed. Excuse my French. I'm sorry I said that, but he's got a hard ass head, and that's gonna be impossible. What his thing is going to be to do is to get the Jewish folks and stuff out there who are upset with what's going on with BeBe and how he is portraying them in the world, because BeBe has a lot of folks, man, there in Israel and stuff who do not like him at all. They do not like his politics. They do not like what he's doing, and and the person and stuff and everything who can dig into them and get those folks and stuff and everything who are wanting peace and stuff there in that region and bring them up and take BeBe out of the motherfucking equation. Excuse my French. Sorry. He's a knucklehead, man. They not gonna be able to do anything and get him to stop what he's doing. But those people, and if you remember, right before they started that war and everything, and they started massacring the Palestinians, BeBe was under a lot of pressure, man. He was under a lot of pressure, and they were about ready to get him thrown out of office. But it just so happened that the Palestinians went down there and fired those rockets and stuff over there into Jerusalem and to Israel. He he got saved. he, he got saved. So I really think that listening to Josh, he can articulate to the Palestinian people here in the United States a solution that he can bring forth and everything as the vice president. His first day in office is getting over there, planting his flag right there in Jerusalem.
Okay.
So I'm gonna stay here until this thing gets solved.
That's a good
That's a good thing, man.
avenue. That's a good
Hey,
avenue.
that's a good avenue, man, because there's got to be a solution. Because right now, it isn't. Nobody can deal with, like you just said, BB. They can't deal with it right now because he has the stick, man. He's whooping, and every time they send a bomb over there into Israel and stuff and everything, he just keeps on beating that stick and going in there and killing whoever he want to kill, and without recourse. Then nobody gonna stop it. Josh can stop him.
We'll see.
I can stop
We'll
him.
see who she picked.
I can get in there. And the fact that he in Pennsylvania, he is known as a difference maker. He is known as someone who can make a difference in his state. And he has, and that's why they put him in office and stuff, man. And he is still highly popular and stuff there in Pennsylvania because he solved problems for people of color.
Who's under him? The
Who
vice
was that?
governor.
Huh?
Yeah. Who's the vice governor?
I don't know who the lieutenant governor is. I really don't know. I haven't, but he's been the one that's sitting at the head. Matter of fact, he was just did they passed something in the Pennsylvania legislature and everything that gave money to Cheney University there in Philadelphia, historically black college university. They gave them some scholarship money, a lot of scholarship money out of the Pennsylvania legislature. These black folks love him. They love him. He give him money. The mayor, a black lady and stuff from Philadelphia and everything. She has rave reviews for him. Girlfriend got on the show, man, and she just man, she almost kissed his ring and everything. This man is all right, anything we've ever asked of Josh, he's giving it to us. So we'll see. That's my thing. I'm defending my pick now.
Okay, we'll see.
Now, whether it happens or not, or whether Kamala uses my suggestion or whatever, I don't know. But if I'm heard, that's what I would do. So you got the next. Go ahead. Whatever you got to say, there, brother.
Well, I want to tap on something because the Vice President Kamala Harris said that she was going to deal with these exorbitant amount of price gouging. And I said, wait a minute, how's she gonna do that? What's going on? So I did some digging, bro.
Yeah.
Now I know.
Okay.
Her name is Lina, Lina Khan, Khan. She is the chair of the FTC, Federal Trade Commission.
Okay.
This woman, then I did some more research and checked her out on C-SPAN a little bit. And man, she is cutting up these corporations left and right, price gouging, changing the laws, all of this merger stuff. Because, right now, we have 10 corporations that run hundreds, I dare say thousands of trademark food items. And they gouge the pricing. And that's what they've been doing for the last 4 years, just gouging. And she's on it. Corporations hate her. They hate her, bro.
Mm.
And she said she haven't even touched the surface yet.
Mm.
So they calling these corporations on the carpet. All of these monopolies. You got one corporation owns over 500 different food items
Mm-hmm.
that are name brand. So this is the thing that's going on right now. That's why she made that statement, and because she got backup for that.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I want to bring that up. But the
Oh
main
man, I'm glad
thing,
to hear that. I'm glad to hear that because I knew that there was something that she can do about price gouging. As the president of the United States, she has a lot of power out there and deal with it because if we if you remember back I think in May or whatever, uh and the vacation season was approaching, and during the summertime these gas stations and stuff, man, and these oil companies and stuff, man, they do a lot of price gouging. They go out and they start raising up the price of gas and stuff to make it unreal for people to travel. Well, Biden and stuff has access to this oil reserve that the United States and stuff have. They got huge oil reserves out there, and he opened up, I think, 250 million gallons of oil and stuff and everything into the system. He floated into to the system and stuff, so to stop these folks from price gouging, so they couldn't say, "Well, we can't make enough gas." And stuff and everything, so we got to raise the price up and everything because it's there. So he just flooded the whole system and everything with the oil, so they couldn't say that they have to raise the price of gas and everything because the oil price has gone up. So that was a way and stuff and everything that he's helped out over the summer and stuff and everything. And I've seen the effect of it because me and my wife, we do a lot of traveling and stuff and everything. And man, in some states, man, the gas is still, man, 280 or something like that instead of being $4 or $5 and stuff and everything. So he did something. So go ahead.
okay, the main thing of what I want to talk about is the media. How are you
Whoa.
getting your media? And I want to just touch on this because, you know, you got your local news, your cable news, your national news. You got your radio, the same thing. You got your newspapers, you got your big newspapers, and then you have your local newspapers. Now, I find this very interesting. There are 6,000 newspapers in this country. 1,200 are daily, and then you have another 5,000 weekly. So now there are 204 counties. Now I didn't look up the counties that don't even receive any newspapers at all. 204 counties out of 5,000, out of 3,244, 3,244 counties. So the thing is that these people that are looking at news, they're not looking at what I should say is there's a lot of right and left newspapers.
Yep.
There's genuine newspapers that's trying to report the news, like like police reporters, that type of thing, and you got columnists and you got opinionated people, educational reporters. But the bottom line is and business as well. What we have today is which is going to be really big, and it's big right now. You have YouTube. A lot of people are putting out news just like ourselves, and a lot of people are doing that. They on TikTok and they're getting their news. But there's a thing called misinformation and disinformation. Misinformation is false or inaccurate, misleading information. Disinformation is false, deliberately spreading and deceiving the people. So you have these types of things, and with that, they are using AI. They're using AI. Now, the reason why I went down this rabbit hole is because my main thing, and as always will be, what are the black people doing? We have over 22 million readerships in over, we have almost something like 6,000 newspapers. And the thing is, it's called NNPA. Or I'll take that back, 6,000, I apologize. That's 200 newspapers. And the major one is Chicago Defender newspaper. And the black newspaper started by a group of black men, free men, in 1827, March 16th. And was called the Freedom Journal. And their main thing was, back then, was advocacy. They advocated for black political and social rights issues. Now, here's the thing. When's the last time you seen a black newspaper? We got one here in Tampa, but they're not really promoting. They're not really going out there, and even though they got 22 million readerships, however, here's the number that you got to look at. The billions of dollars they're spending advertising dollars, they get 1.16 of the advertising dollar. The 200 newspapers, out of all the billions of dollars that's being spent in newspapers, they get 1.6 million, 1.6%. That rounds out to about $880 million. And there are billions and billions of dollars that's spent in advertising. Radio, newspapers, TV. So the black media is hurting. And the reason why is because of lack of advertising. You can't do newspapers or radio or magazines without advertising dollars. And that's the problem right now with black media. You know, that's the reason why your Black Journalists Association has gone down, because no one's supporting it. It takes dollars to build these good journals. It takes dollars to spread the news, because a lot of these newspapers that is owned by black individuals, they do not have the funds to put more content out there, because mostly what they do is they put out some accuracy, but most of it is just gossip, what's going on in the community, what preacher is hot, and what politician is hot, what black politician is hot, and that kind of thing, and what happened to, if there was a major crime or something. But the accuracy is not there like it was back in the day. And that's because of lack of funding, lack of money, lack of advertising. Even though they know that these newspapers, they 22 million readership, and it should be double that. Should be double that. And the only reason why it's not double that is because they don't have the funding to get 20,000 or 30,000 or 50,000 papers out. So if they had the funding based on advertising dollars, they can do more. Because information is king, bro. And people, and black news is important. Right now, the black news that's going on now, who's sleeping with who's dating who, who's doing this in entertainment and all of that. That's not black news. That's gossiping. What's going on in your community, in the local community? And right now, there is nothing. We don't even have, we got one radio station here in Tampa, well, I actually two, but one in St. Pete and one in, because you can't even get the one in St. Pete in Tampa hardly because the connection is bad, and then the one in Tampa. And they don't get advertising dollars. So, and most organizations, the black community, depend on these major corporations to support them. And that's the sad part about it, because they say, hey, we ain't got to advertise with you. Because all we got to do is, they listen to all kind of radio stations. They look at all kind of newspapers. They look at all kind of TV. So why should we advertise with you? And they might throw a few crumbs, what they did, through crumbs, 1.16% of all advertising dollars, $880 million goes to the black newspapers, and that's only 1.16%. So we know that well over 100 trillion to 150 to 200 billion, billion is being spent on advertising dollars. So the point is that what I'm making is that our media is lacking, and they're controlling every person, not just black people, because you got this AI doing false information, disinformation, misinformation, propaganda. And how do you get your news? That's the thing. Do you have critical thinking where you can think for yourself? Or are you going to just follow whatever anybody tells you what is going on? Do you do your own research? And that's what we have to do nowadays. You have to do your own research. You have to dig. Whenever we say something, we try to back it up with some kind of backup, some kind of receipts, some information, true information, at least the information that we're getting. So the point is, you have to do the same thing as an inventor. This is where we are now, because you don't know. I saw something the other day that Kamala Harris was dogging President Biden, and it sounds just like her. So I'm just saying, that's my feeling about the media right now. You got to read between the lines and do your own research.
Man.
The media is whack. The media is whack.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
Am I sure? Yeah, the media is whack, bro.
Yeah, okay. I'm just checking here because I oh man, I had some things happen. Oh yeah, there it is. I didn't print that thing out. I'm sorry. I had something that I wanted to mention here, and I was looking on my my drive that I had planned on uploading about this $10 million and stuff that the cash that they gave to Trump when he was in office. That,
Egypt.
Egypt? Yeah. He sent his boys over there to Egypt, and they walked out the bank with $10 million in cash, and nobody knows where that money is at. And when the news media got a hold of it back in 2017, the attorney general and stuff there shut the investigation down. So now I think the Washington Post is one of the writers and stuff is trying to figure out where the heck that money and stuff went to. But speaking of those media items and stuff, Ted. I think that yeah, even now, even before we wasn't getting the advertising dollars, but now it's even something that's man, how do I say it? It's it's become written stuff has become obsolete. Stuff on paper has become obsolete, and our newspapers and the way we get news and stuff now is digitalized. And because most people don't have time to buy newspapers and stuff like that, but that doesn't go against the fact that we are still not getting those ad dollars. And how do we get those ad dollars even in a digitalized world? And I think that back then, when these newspapers were coming along, a lot of those folks and stuff, man, they fell out of they fell down and went away because nobody wanted to get into that digitalized world. And you see now that only some of the, at least that I see now, the top newspapers and some of the off-brand black news outlets and stuff now, they are using a digitalized format and stuff to get the news out. So I think that the black media and stuff and everything right now should start getting more creative about getting news out to their people. And if we can't find a way, you're not going to get those ad dollars because the ad dollars come with subscribers. The more subscribers you got, the more money you're going to get. And you can even look at that on YouTube. The first thing I look at when I see an article or something going on YouTube, I look at how many subscribers that this particular organization stuff has, whether it's MSNBC, whether it's ABC News, whether it's the Rachel Maddow show or the Lawrence O'Donnell show or whatever. You got those people down there and they got subscribers. And the more subscribers they have and stuff sitting down there, the more dollars they get. And some of these people and stuff got a huge audience and stuff and everything and what they're doing. And you'd be surprised, man, at what they're doing and stuff on YouTube. At least I am. I see stuff on there, man, that's absolutely crazy. They got these couple of these over the road truck drivers and stuff have their own shows and stuff out there. This one little young lady over there in North Carolina, they call her Slim Pack. She got something like 20 some thousand subscribers and stuff and everything. They watch her drive a truck over the road. And she's stopping, backing her truck up or whatever. She got people looking at that stuff. But most of the people who look at it, I guess, are over the road truckers. And they found an outlet and everything to look at her. I'm seeing, I got really enthused about these folks who do outdoor camping in the snow. Man, some of these folks, man, they got 1 million people who've been watching them. And with 1 million subscribers, these folks, man, are making a lot of money. YouTube is sending them some huge checks.
Well, people want to get authentic entertainment. That's why those reality shows was hot back in the day.
Yep. Yeah. And they
They
still
want,
hot. Yeah.
yeah, and the acting has to be on par when you look at these movies and TV series. It have to be good stories. But when you're looking at people on real reality, there's no. Some of them do editing and what have you, but most of it they just go right on through it and what they're doing during that day. And you can be on their YouTube channel for 2, 3, 4 hours,
Hmm.
and people look at it and interested in it and what have you. But what you was just saying, as far as the advertising dollars, they have to be creative,
Hmm. They
and
better get creative.
I don't think they are creative enough to really go out there and really drum up the Black community readership.
Absolutely.
They're not creative enough because there's a lot of things that you can do to beef up that interest. And you got to have good stories, and you got to bring in good news too. You can't
Absolutely.
just be having, a full page about the preachers and all that kind of stuff, or a full
Absolutely.
page about, different organizations. You got to have real news. And right now, uh, you got some newspapers that are Black newspapers are very good at getting news. I used to read the L.A. Sentinel all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And they have good news. Yeah, I don't know what they're doing now. And that was 30 years ago. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
just saying, and then you got a Black newspaper in St. Pete called the Challenger. That's a pretty good newspaper. I don't particularly like the one here in Tampa, but it's okay. It's informative in some degree. But the point is that these people, they are happy where they are because they only need a half a dozen, I don't know, half a dozen people to work there, and they making their money. So they happy where they are, you know, and they putting out a product to make a profit, and and they're happy. But they should be bigger because you got almost pretty close to, I don't know how many hundreds of thousands of Black people that live in Hillsborough County, but you got over 300,000 to a half a million or more Black people, and they're not putting out enough product because I don't think their subscription, last time I heard, was it's not that high, and they should have at least 30, 40, 50,000 people reading their paper. They
Mm-hmm.
should be giving that paper away in certain areas to build their readership up. Now you can go on the website, you
That,
can go on
that,
their
that,
website, and you get a
that,
little bit of news.
that's a creative idea because if you give the papers away and stuff and everything, and yes, you giving away your print, but you also getting readerships and stuff out there, and that's what the ad folks want. They want people to get their ads. They want people to see their ads and stuff in your printed news. So that might be a good idea for them. Hey, don't worry about the cost of getting the stuff printed and put it out there. You need to make sure that you got people out there who are reading it, and you giving it away, and they're picking it up, and your advertisers and stuff see that they're getting information and stuff about their product and everything out to the people and stuff who are going to buy their product. Hey, that's a way of getting your ad dollars and stuff up. So, hey,
And one of
we
the
got.
things in advertising, you know, when you have, let's say you have 25 major advertisers in your organization that's advertising with you, and they bringing in over $1 million a month, and you got to get those people in the office and find out, hey, how many people have contacted you, regarding, what have you, business, and you getting business, and then find out what can you do to get that business, even get it more business for them.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you have to put out newsletters and mail them out to your subscribers.
Mm-hmm.
I
And
mean,
and along with that and everything, I would think that you would have from your people that you are advertising and stuff with you, uh, your part of your thing with giving people out the coupons to go to their stores or whatever to get
thank
ten
you.
percent
Get
discount.
10%,
Right,
20% off.
and you take that coupon into their store to get your 10% off,
Absolutely.
and there's 1,000 people coming in there with a 10% coupon and everything. You get the word out because that's your coupon that you putting out there, and hey, then the stores need to start paying you for those coupons.
And then
Along
and
with
then
that,
another thing too, you can do like you don't have to. I mean, it gets expensive, but let's say you got to deal with the printer, and you do 1,000. Say we're gonna contact just this group neighborhood, and we're gonna do 1,000 flyers, and I have a little kid go out and pass out those flyers into different neighborhoods, and then give them 10%, 15, or whatever, maybe a free subscription for 2 weeks, and ask them to subscribe.
Yeah, and then that's another thing and stuff, Ted, that we need to talk about and stuff with our black businesses and stuff. Most of our black businesses, man, don't put into their budget ad, you know,
And that's supposed to be
adver-
part of your budget.
advertising dollars.
It's
That's
supposed to
part
be
of your budget.
10% of
Advertising
your
dollars.
budget should be
Yeah,
advertising.
yeah. We depend a lot on word of mouth. Hey, man, you go tell someone so I got, I'm putting out a good meal over here at my restaurant. Well, you have to put some ad dollars and stuff into your account. You have to, if you're starting up a if you want to be a contractor and you doing work and stuff and everything, you electrical contractor, you are you're a carpenter or whatever. You need to put some ad dollars and stuff into your budget and everything, so you know that people are going to be able to get the word that this is what you do. And we don't do that. We got some good contractors and stuff out there, black folks and stuff who do damn good work, but they don't put into their budget ad dollars so people know that you're there. And that's something that we may be able to talk about and stuff one day when Kamala gets to be the president and she her first day and everything, and she dealing with the SBA Small Business Administration, then the Small Business Administration and stuff and everything within their rules and regulations and stuff and everything, if they're going to give this money out to the black groups and the black business entities and stuff and everything, that
Because
they ask them, that they ask
Right
them,
now, SBA give less than
yeah,
1%.
yeah, I understand that, but she needs to say to her folks and stuff who sit on those boards and stuff and everything, the SBA, you need to put into there, if these people that you're giving money to and everything, where are your ad dollars at? Give us a budget for your ad dollars
You gotta have
along
a
with.
marketing campaign. You
Right,
gotta have a
right. You
marketing
come out
campaign.
there, you got to have a marketing campaign, you got to have monies and stuff and everything so you can bring people into your thing. So that should be in their format when they're giving out these money to, even if they're only giving out their little small percentage and stuff and everything, that should be sitting in there. Where you at now? Even the folks and stuff out there who white folks and stuff and everything who got these white companies and stuff, you coming in there where your ad dollars at, and where is this money going to? So
Absolutely.
if you can get them to say that they're going to have to, when they get their money, 5% of their budget and stuff has to go to ad dollar, and those ad dollars need to go to minorities. you, you sending money over there to the black community. Hey, got to get creative. Anyway, that's our thoughts. So, hey. Anything else, Ted? We getting
I'm really happy. I'm really happy that I found out information about the FTC
Oh yeah.
because, you
Well,
know,
I knew that she had something. I knew she had something up her sleeve because I don't think Kamala is putting something out there to the people out there, and she's talking into those rallies and stuff and saying something that they can come back to her and beat her over the head for, that she doesn't have an answer and stuff for. Now, does she know that the FTC is doing this? I don't know.
oh
But
yeah, I think
I
so.
would hope so. I would hope so. And all this other stuff she's talking about child care and all this, and about uh, continuing to give uh, the monies and everything, the child payments and stuff and everything, for the families and stuff who have children, sending them, if they below a certain level and everything, they get a check for their children and stuff and everything every month out of our budget. So I'm hoping that they start that back up, because during the pandemic and stuff and everything, man, that money that they were giving to those families and stuff, man, really helped out. I mean, really helped out. I heard a lot of people and stuff talking about it, that they were getting those checks and stuff, man. It was really helping. So we need to continue to do something like that to help these children and stuff and everything, and make sure that we can keep them out of poverty. One other thing that I wanted to say earlier in the show, I'll mention a person's name on MSNBC weekend show. His name was Michael Steele.
Okay.
I
I don't know where you're going with this.
When Obama was in office, he was president. Michael Steele was a Republican national chairman. And now, today, he has a show along with Simone on MSNBC. I didn't like Michael back in 2008, 2007, and
Me
2009.
neither, bro.
I didn't like him when he was the lieutenant governor for what I think it was Virginia lieutenant
Baltimore.
governor. Huh?
Baltimore.
He
Wasn't
was,
it Baltimore?
well, Maryland. Somebody, he was lieutenant governor in one of them states over there on the East Coast. And then
Maryland, yeah, Maryland.
he became a Republican national chairman, and I hated that Negro. And now I'm seeing him on NBC, man, and I got shaded lenses and stuff on him. So what did this Negro try to do?
But listen. Simone straightens him out. She keeps him on point.
She keep on point. Okay. I don't watch them a lot. I just watch every now and then. I'll see the show and they'll have a topic on there and I'll look at it. But man, Ted, and to the audience and stuff, I don't know how to treat him, man. I enjoy seeing him as going from a Republican to a Democrat and everything now, but they still reference his Republican credentials and stuff a lot of times when he is on the show, as a Republican because he still has tentacles and stuff out there into the Republican Party. So
Oh, he's still a Republican.
he's still a Republican?
Yeah, he's still a Republican.
Oh, I didn't know. He sounds like he wants to be a Democrat. he's straddling in that fence, huh? He's sitting up on that fence. Hey, but he's making money doing this.
But you got to remember this though. The CEO of CNN is a Republican Trump donor. ABC,
CNN or MSNBC?
MSNBC, all of them. They are all these media people are Trump donors. Now, maybe they play both ends, I don't know. But the point is the fact that you give money, that says a lot. Because that's what the corporations do. They give money to both people, but most of them, they back Trump. And the reason why they back Trump is because they know he's going to lower their taxes. And he's going to give off he's going to throw away those regulations.
But he's pay for play.
Yeah.
He pay for play.
And who cares what happens to the people?
You ain't gonna get nothing. So
who cares
you pay me,
what happens to
I'm gonna help you.
Who cares what happens to the people? The people, it's a slow roll because when you start dropping these regulations, it's only going to hurt certain areas, in regulations, and so therefore it's a slow roll. So people don't feel it until another 4, 5, 6 years. And then they say, what happened? The reason why, because you don't have no regulations now, bro. You don't have no FDA. You don't have no EPA. You don't have no FTC. That's why. You don't have regulations. You don't have people that's governing these people and telling them, no, you can't do that. That's against the law. That's the problem. And that's what 2025 is going to do. And that's what 47 going to do?
If he gets there. Open it
Well,
up.
I'm telling you, Ed, you know this better than I know this. You know that they got people right now in those precincts and all of that that's ready to uncertify or not certify those votes.
Mm-hmm.
And what they going to do about that?
Well, we'll talk about that the next show.
Okay.
We'll talk about that. We'll talk about the next show
I'm
because
interested in that. I'm trying to
that's
figure out how
that
the hell.
that that's a long argument about 10 or 15 minute the discussion and stuff there of how that can be
Well,
done.
that's going to be our
And
first topic
and,
too.
and they've got about I can see 3 different ways and stuff in which they can overcome that. One of them is a landslide.
I agree. I knew that.
Yeah, one of them is a landslide. If she can get that landslide, you cannot over you can overwhelm uh uh any 2 or 3% uh thievery and stuff out there for votes. A landslide, it just wipes all that stuff out. That's one thing that do it. But anyway, we'll talk about the rest of it next show.
Sounds good.
So anyway, man, you have a good day.
You
And I
do the
hope
same.
everybody else have a good day, man, because we are bye-bye.